Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night and that you'll enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching.
Okay, here's something I'm really tired of hearing. People who are in toxic relationships, they're like, well, why didn't you just leave if it was that bad? Sit down and let me explain something. Imagine there was a puppy and the owner was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Gave it bows and treats and everything it ever needed. Gave it baths and everything that it needed to be loved. However, once the dog got older, the owner started getting upset with it and started kicking it and started yelling at it. But then sometimes would feel bad. So it's like, oh, well, here's a bone. Like, I love you. And then the dog would be happy. And then they'd get like ear scratchies. And then it would go back to kicking and yelling, where the cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. But the dog still stays because that's what the dog knows, and knows eventually it'll get some love at some point. Now imagine if you put that dog and put it in front of two people. One was the owner, one was a stranger. Imagine that stranger was the healthiest person that you could ever be with. Do you think the dog would go to that person? No, the dog would go to the owner because that is what's familiar and comfortable. Going the other way would be scary. That's why we don't shame the dog.
Hold on, did the two of you, wonderful ladies, compare yourself to dogs? Is it at least females dogs? Chihuahua. You were right about the part where the dog stays with the owner because that is what is familiar. But unlike the dog, you should already know what's best for you, what is good for you. The difference between good and bad. If the dog only has one owner that will feed him and kick him, it will stay with the owner. But if the dog has a second owner, and the second owner will only feed him without the kicking, the dog will most likely go to the second owner. Everything you said is a poor excuse for you to stay in that relationship. In the end, you are the hero of your story. I get it. You don't like fairy tales, that's fine. But if you're always gonna go with a horror story, all I can say is be really careful what you wish for. But then again, movies like 50 Shades of Pile of Dog-ish, 365 Days, especially the second one that was trending on Netflix for maybe more than a year, you and the ones like you made those movies so popular because fairy tales are just boring, I guess. Not to mention that I do know one that in real life said her man needs to hit her every now and again because otherwise does he even love her? So trying to explain to her or to you what a real relationship is, what a healthy relationship is, I would probably have more chances talking to a chihuahua.
It's a very nice thing to say. And you're not wrong. I don't have a problem finding a man. My problem is keeping a man.
Yeah, we know, but don't share all your secrets with us. Go with the flow. Say it like everyone else and say it with your chest. I'm happy being single, and that is why I don't want a man.
So I re-downloaded Bumble for like the 100th time 2 days ago, and I have a date set up to go play arcade games later tonight, and another guy asked me if I could call him later so we could talk. Now at first I froze because I was like, what am I gonna say? Like, I'm gonna be on a date. But I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna be honest. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a date later, but I can call you when I get home. He said, I don't mind at all. Hell, I'll even pay the tip. Laughed, and then said, I hope he enjoys it because it won't be happening again. The confidence. It's the confidence for me. I saw a girl in here one time with a similar story, and she told the guy that she was talking to that she had gone on another date, and he said, may the best man win. And if this ain't the same energy, like for 2023, ladies, let the best man win.
And that's what they all did in 2022. They've won. They either won an hour or a night, it doesn't even matter. You, on the other hand, re-downloaded Bumble for the 100th time. So I guess you can call it a win-win. And your best idea for the next year is to pretty much do the same things over and over again. Go for the F-boys because you think the best man should win. Oh, don't worry, the F-boys will still win in 2023 just as much. You're gonna still re-download Bumble 100 times more. And again, it's a win-win for everyone. Everyone except the good man that took you to an arcade. But he's gonna find one that deserves him, he's gonna find himself a good one, and 10 years from now, you're still gonna wait for the best man to win.
I find this comment really interesting because there's actually some controversy around it. Do a little Google search and you can find it. And I'm not saying I agree with this, but a lot of people say that men typically marry the person in their life that they are with when they are ready to get married and not the person that they are actually in love with.
Yeah, well, I really don't care about the controversy. I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just gonna say it from my point of view. I don't agree with that for not even a second. Men usually settle? Not really, not the way I see it. I don't have a biological clock ticking that tells me I need to get married now or it's not gonna happen. I never felt the need to settle, and I got married at the point that I wanted it with whoever I wanted it. So again, that's only my point of view. I could be wrong. If you disagree, let me know in the comments.
What's up, my guys? Most girls won't admit this, but for your sake, I will. I hate nice guys. You might be one and not even know it. So let me help you out. Here are 3 nice guy traits to avoid. Stop sending exclamation points and emojis. Who am I texting? My best girlfriend? You're texting like this because you think it'll make you more relatable. I want a man. You can make me feel comfortable without giving me feminine vibes. Stop putting my needs before yours. Why do you think Chad is getting my attention? Do you think it's because I get what I want every single time I ask him for it? Do you think it's because every time I get upset, he apologizes or buys me something to make me feel better? Do you think it's because he stays home from the gym or his boys' night when I tell him I don't want him to leave? No. Compliments. Without meaning, that is. Calling a girl beautiful only goes so far. We know when you're saying it, it's just because you think you have to. You make it lose its meaning. Whether it's your opening line on Hinge or a text you send me after meeting. This one does you no favor, Steve. It's just a slimy way to put me in a position where I can't respond negatively without being called an ungrateful. Every girl knows you're just trying to butter us up, but disguising it as being the nice guy.
Well, that's weird. You mean to tell me I don't need to go to therapy to work on my emotional labor or intelligence or something? Who knew, right? But she actually makes sense for a change. If you don't have the ability to say no, get it. Do not put her on a pedestal. Do not make her your priority. And before you know it, you will be the chat they all want.
If you subconsciously fear that once you have your manifestation, you will lose something else, you will not be able to manifest it. For example, if you say that you want a partner, right? But you've been cheated on or abandoned or abused by your previous partners, subconsciously you will block having another partner before you heal what's happened before.
Oh, so this is what I sound like, accent-wise, not talking crazy. Simona here, that I know she's a Romanian girl, got me worried for a second. She actually got me so worried that I had to check. And she lives in Chicago now. So, she's all yours, guys. And I kind of am sorry that I have no idea what she said after manifesting. I was pretty busy celebrating she's not really a Romanian girl anymore. One less cuckoo to worry about.
It feels absolutely amazing to finally spread my legs and be the person that I know I am musically.
You just said spread your legs.
I just said spread spread my wings musically.
And when they say you can take the girl off the streets, but you can't take the streets off the girl, this is exactly what they meant. And I'm sure they even wrote a song about it. Spread your legs and fly? I mean, yeah, sure, probably you're gonna be in heaven in the next 7 to 12 minutes, but in a different way than the one you're talking about.
It's so funny to me when men are like, oh, we can't express our emotions and how we feel, and we have to hold it all in because of society. Y'all built this society. This is literally a man's world. Like, you guys made the standards of what it is to be a man. I'm a man. I go to the gym and I should provide for the family. And then y'all live in this world where you don't want to provide for the family. Y'all don't want to bring to the table. Y'all want to talk about this table that you don't bring nothing to. So, baby, if you want to complain about society, you got me up.
Nah, let me not just call you stupid, I'm gonna call you confused. I'm not complaining about society, I'm complaining about exactly you. I can talk with whoever I want about pretty much everything except you. But you know what? Let you prove me right.
I find it so insane that when a relationship ends, most of the time, guys will be like, oh, yeah, she was just crazy. Like, I had to leave her because she was what the fuck did you do? It takes 2 to tango. What the fuck did you do? Because I know damn well if I ask homegirl, it's gonna be a whole different story. Mr. Manipulative, gaslighting, crazy motherfucker.
And there you go. First of all, I can totally understand why all your exes will call you crazy. And not just crazy, to be honest. I know this may come as a shock to you because obviously you're all angels, but no, some of you really are crazy. And if your argument is you've never seen one that's crazy before, take a good look in the mirror. Not even a good look, just by passing by. But you know what? Let me show you one and you can tell me if that was crazy or not.
Bro, she wasn't playing. She wasn't playing. She actually unalived a 16-year-old girl after making this stitch.
We've all heard that clicking sound, and we all know what that is. And yeah, she unalived a girl from TikTok for that 16-year girl saying that she's gonna have fun with her boyfriend. So how about her exes? Can any of her exes say that she was crazy? Or that's still a no, stupid? And you know what, let me show you one more. I'm not gonna play the entire clip because it's 3 minutes long, but for some context, her ex was there with his girlfriend, they talked to each other for a minute, and then his girlfriend hit her with a bottle. And you can take a good look at her and understand that those scars will be there for life. So how about that girl? Can any of her exes say that she was crazy or still no? I've made this longer than I wanted to, but you are the embodiment of Dumb and Dumber.
If you are serious to me, put my picture as a profile picture in your Facebook so I know that I am the only one woman that you love.
I'm not putting nothing on my profile picture. Not because you're not the only woman that I love, but you look like jailbait. Let me move away from this and you go away now.
And release all of those sounds that are trapped in your mind. Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
Yeah, I'm better now, thank you for asking. That's me every time I need to make one of these videos, but I'm better now. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.